How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm excited. I'm excited. Ready for you guys' questions. Let's do it. Who's first?
Follow USC on his side. You guys played a lot of off-man coverage last year. Is there more emphasis this spring to put emphasis on pressing and challenging people on the line scrimmage?
As I'm still getting to learn the defense, we're gonna mix it up. Um, there's a variety of things you're gonna see this year that you haven't seen in the past. But the way Coach P do things, man, he's unique with it. He plays to the corner strength, so I'm all for that, and it's gonna get fun. I promise.
I got you. In terms of playing to the corner strengths, what do you mean? What about his scheme kind of works for corners, and what has just been your general reaction to the scheme as you know it so far?
There's a lot of vision on the quarterback. As you can see in the past, all his corners had success putting their hands on the football. And here we call ourselves sharks, so we got to attack the ball, right? So we big on that. We work on that every day, attacking the ball in the air. So, I mean, his defense allow us to do that. So, man, it's gonna be fun. I promise. It's gonna be fun come fall.
I know you're still going through the transition process, but what's been the biggest change you've noticed so far between Coach Patterson and Penley?
Both two great defensive minds. Not really a difference. Not gonna call it a difference. Just schemes, just different schemes. Some similarities. Both guys are great at what they do. Learning so much from both of them is unique for me being young in my career. So, man, I'm super excited. GP been doing this thing for a while, and he's been successful for a while. So, man, just getting that knowledge every day and learning every day, man, is something that you can't get at different places.
Is the different personalities come to play at all?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, they two different people, but they both unique in their own ways, right? So I mean, those my guys, man. I love both of them, honestly.
What's about Jonathan's that stood out? Obviously, it seems like he.
Okay, now we talking. There we go. Say it louder.
Yeah. What was key to getting him to not be
Man, it was a need for that position. He's the best. I told you guys when I got here, I'm going to get the best guys. I just believe in that. He was the best all-around player in the portal, so I had to go get him. And my goal is to take him from the one of the best to the best, and that's what we're working on right now. As he go through what he's going through, and when he get through what he's getting through, we'll be all right.
Coach, Rock Hill comes in with pretty big expectations for a young guy. What do you see his role being, and what does he do well?
He gonna come in and he gonna work. He's gonna work. I'm not gonna hand him anything. I told him that during recruiting. I'm telling him that every day. I'm not gonna hand him anything because if I hand it to him, I can take it back, right? He's gonna earn everything he get, and when he earn it, it's his. It's his to keep. It's his to lose, right? That kid showed up every day with a chip on his shoulder. He's working his butt off like he was a 2-star when he really was a 5-star. So that's all I can ask for, man. The sky's the limit for that kid.
It was a priority for Lincoln Riley to keep all y'all from last year on staff. That didn't happen. But you were a big priority. Can you just kind of share what ultimately led you to come back to USC for another year?
One is USC, right? This place is special. I didn't know what no one meant about it being special until I stayed here for a year. Two, Lincoln Riley, one of the best to ever do it, in my opinion, right? I'm a younger coach, so I got to see his whole come up. So I wholeheartedly believe in everything he say. Three, man, I love my guys. Man, I build real relationships through our recruiting. That's how I coach, man. I coach with my heart. And I couldn't leave my guys, no matter what. So it was really a no-brainer. We ain't even got to get into it too much because everything else is irrelevant. But, man, it was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer. Once I was asked, it was a no-brainer.
One more on Rock Hill. Do you see him playing cornerback, nickel, or is it going to be kind of a wait and see? Or where do you see him fitting in?
It's a wait and see, but he's a corner. He's a corner. But he's also a super tremendous athlete, right? So wherever could get him on the field the fastest, that's where he'll be. Again, he's a corner. He came here to play corner. That's the goal for him to play corner. But wherever Rock Hill could get on the field at, that's where he's gonna play at.
I know Coach Gonzalez is here, like you said, about 3 weeks, but we'll be working together a lot. What have you seen from him? Yeah, so far.
Man, he's a ball guy. He know ball. I learned so much from him in those 3 weeks. I don't even know if it been 3. I think he added a week on there. But man, me and him met. If he been here 3 weeks, we met at least 15 days out of the 3 weeks, right? So it's learning the way he do things, he learning the way I do things, us coming together and putting the best product in the world on the field, right? So, man, again, he's a guy that I'm definitely gonna learn from. He's been doing this thing for a long time. Again, I'm like a sponge, man. If you come in there, I'm gonna learn from you. I'm gonna learn something. So having those guys around with all that knowledge who's been in this defense for a while, that's key. That's key because you know the do's and don'ts, and I need to know those things.
Felix Weir, our registered being here, second year as the cornerbacks coach. What are some of the lessons you learned last season that you're just taking into this one?
Say it one more time. I'm sorry.
What are some of the lessons from last season that you're taking into this one?
Whew, so many. To keep fighting and be resilient. I had a lot of guys last year that had to grow on the go, right? Marcellus, the year before, he played 9 snaps, right? And then I get him and he played over 600, right? So DeCarlos Nicholson played, 100 snaps. Then I get him this year, he played over 500 snaps. So we was growing on the go. So it was a cool experience. I wouldn't trade that experience with anything, honestly. We had our good days. We had our days where it wasn't so bright. But overall, we stayed together, and it came out to be a success in the corner room, my opinion. But like I told those guys, man, those glory days are over. We got to create our own story for the 26 class. And everybody get a fresh start. Even the young guys coming in, everybody get a fresh start, and we're going to continue to work to put better product on the field each and every day.
Coach, 2 guys in your room. Back to Jontez Williams and then also RJ Simmons. What made him Jontez the best player in the Pro? Like, what do you see technique-wise and just him as a corner? And then RJ Simmons, like what that year did for him and his development at this point coming into this year?
Jontez is a guy that attacked the ball, man. The kid, young man, he's not a kid. He had 5 interceptions in his career. He actually ended the game on me one time in one of those picks. You go back and check that out. So Ben had my eyes on the guy, man. He's a tremendous player, but not just a player. He's a tremendous human being. When you get to know the guy loved football, right? He come from a football family. Dad played in the NFL, all that cool stuff. So he loved the game. He really does, and that stood out. Because you got some players that's good at football but don't really love football. He's good at it and he loves it. So that's a double plus. So I'm excited to coach this guy. Honestly, I can't wait to see what he do here. I know it's going to be something positive for the USC fan base. So I can't wait. And RJ, man, that kid has grown so much. He's grown as a young man. He went from a boy to a man in just a few months, right? And again, this a young man who just now supposed to be arriving here, right? Skip this whole senior year. So for him to do that and take that risk, man, and hats off to him because a lot of people can't do what he did. But he's been working, man. He's a young man who's determined to get on that field this year, and it's showing in his work ethic. The questions he's asking now, he's so much mature than he was when he first arrived, as he should be. So, man, my goal is to continue to get him to grow, not just on the field, but off the field, continue to make him a young man, and the product will be on the field in the fall.
Chasen Johnson missed most of last year with the injury. Kind of, what was your message to him throughout the rehab process? And you've been around him for a couple of years here and at UCF. Kind of, what stands out to you about him?
Say it one more time. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Sorry, Chasen Johnson. Kind of during the
Oh yeah. My message to Chasen was don't just go through it. You got to grow through it. It was an unfortunate injury, right? And he was set to have one of his better seasons, right? He's still a young player at the end of the day, and his best football is still in front of him. I just make sure I remind him of that every day as he go through rehab and get his knee back to normal, because it could be repetitive, right? You could get lazy, you could get lackadaisical, doing the same things over and over and over, right? But I also remind him over and over and over our plans before he even stepped foot on this campus, right? So, man, Chasen have big goals and big dreams, and the goals is still the same. He want to be a first-round pick, so we got to do first-round things. So he got to come back. He got to do first-round stuff in rehab. I remind him that every day, and I'm pushing him to that every day. So, man, the bar is set in his own head for him, and you don't want it any other way. As a coach, you shouldn't want it more than a player. Like, he really loves the game. Him and John Taz in my office the most, right? They're in there more than me. When I show up in the morning to come in my own office, they're already in there watching film. So that shows me these guys really love the game. And again, the product will be on the field in the fall. It'll be on the field in the fall, man. The chips gonna fall where they fall.
That'd be a nice segue. You're talking about how guys have to come back from adversity, from injury.
Mm-hmm.
Guys like Prophet Brown, what kind of role is he going to have with you this year? And then also, separately, 32 early enrollees. I know you don't have all of them on your side of the ball, but how many of those guys are starting to really show their value?
All of them, honestly, all of them showing their value. They all got recruited here for a reason. And Prophet, he's a Swiss Army knife, man. He really could play any position on the defense, honestly. He's like the uncle in the locker room. He knows everything about the game, right? He knows everything about the game. He got the most experience. He's been here the longest, all that cool stuff. So, man, to have a guy like that on your team, and just the person, outside of football, the person, he's a guy that I want to be around every day. Like, it's fun to be around Prophet, and I'm sitting. He sit actually in that seat that you're sitting in. That's the crazy part. So when I'm up here coaching, he's right there. So, but he's a young man that cherish USC. He really love it. In the era to where guys leave and transfer and do all that, that young man decided to stay here and give this place everything he had. So I vowed to him to give him everything I have every single day. So, man, I cherish that dude, and man, he outside of football, that young man will be successful on and off the field. He's gonna do what he do on the field because he's a ball player. But when he's done 20 years from now, I wouldn't be surprised if Prophet, the president. He's that kind of guy. I really value that guy like that. He's just a wonderful human being, and I can't say nothing bad about Prophet. Honestly, I love everything about him.
Do you want more for Coach?
For the class of 2027, you've got a relatively small group of guys that you're focused on heavily.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about the group of guys that you are recruiting pretty hard right now that separates them maybe from some other guys?
Heart. I'm going after dogs, man. I told you this. Told you guys this last year. I want the best players. I want the best players to come play for the best university and for the best head coach, right? And if all us continue to think like that, we're gonna have the best team, right? So again, I'm going after the best. If you're the best, I'm coming, and I mean that wholeheartedly. And this state have a lot of the best guys, so I'm coming.
Thank you.
Yep.